Well, I didn't think that would happen.
Did your spell not work correctly or something?
No, it worked just fine. It's just when Dave opened his portal inside my tether, it teleported all of us to random locations. Looks like we were sent to Farallon, and Dave and Devbot were sent to Gorgron. Dave can be so clumsy sometimes. I wish he'd step on my chest and crush my ribs.
So you're a weird one too. I'll have to keep that in mind. Let's just keep walking to the edge of this empty zone, and you can use your Warlock Gate to connect us to Gorgron once we actually can see it.
It's not a Warlock Gate, it's a tether.
It sure looked like a Warlock Gate to me.
Well, it's similar, but my tether can transport people over longer distances than those meager Warlock ones.
I guess that's true. We were definitely sent way further away than 40 yards when it blew up. I guess that's why the organization sent you with us.
Not quite. I can do a lot more than make tethers.
Oh really? Because I've never heard of you before.
Oh yeah? Well, what's so great about you? Well, besides the fact that your commanding tone is kinda sexy.
Oh, that's gross, dude. But to answer your question, I'm the best rogue in the organization, and these weapons aren't replicas. The only reason I'm babysitting those two morons is because they're crazy strong and get into all kinds of trouble. You know they summoned an old god for fun once, right?
Did they really? That's so something they would do. God, I wish I could have been there when it happened, and buried myself in the ground so they could have stepped on me.
You really want to be stepped on, don't you?
Well, I'm not too picky. Any kind of abuse from them would be good enough for me.
What about you? They wouldn't have sent you with those two unless you were important. What's your claim to fame?
Oh, well, I'm a 500-year-old time wizard. When I was young, I heard a magical voice talk to me who told me everything there is to know, and ever will be, and I gained omniscience. I then used that knowledge to learn how to manipulate time, and well, that got boring, so I came here.
Wait, really? So you know everything?
Yes, retard. What part of omniscience don't you get?
Then what are you even doing here? Why become an agent of Wrathion? You could do literally anything else in the world.
I already told you, it's because I'm a fan of Dave and Devbots. It's like you forgot what we already talked about.
I have a hard time believing you, though. You can't just say you know everything without proof. And if you do know everything, why did you even let that accident earlier happen?
Does the name Yusha ring a bell to you?
How do you know that name? I've never told anyone about that.
Because I know everything, and I know that name will be enough to convince you. So let's drop the subject, shall we? Knowing everything can make things really boring.
Alright, it's just that trait doesn't really fit your personality.
Your face doesn't fit your personality. Hey, I just thought I'd ask you, do you want to do something sometime?
I'm not gay.
Hey, no need to put labels on everything.
I'm not interested in you as a person. How about that?
That's because you don't know me yet. Let's get to know each other better.
No.
You can watch the next episode in this series right away over on Patreon. Otherwise, it'll be up on the channel in 1 week.
Hey, did you know this is the only episode of Dave and Devbot without either of them in it?
Oh, I think you might be right about that.
Yeah, it sucks.